Good morning. There's a reason for the sunshining day, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. It must be the season. Hey Heather, all around us. Good morning, Catherine. Everyone, please say hello. Good morning, Louise. Deep inside, where the love can't hide. Good morning, Grundy. Good morning, Watson. Good morning, Kate. Yes, Catherine Page. Good morning. The love life like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams. Hey, Lucielle. Good morning. Say hello. Where are you tuning in from this morning? Good morning, Rosaline. Kathleen, good morning. Let your love fly to all living things. Good morning, Elle. Good morning, Robin. It's not morning where you are. Good morning, Shirley. What time is it over there? Yes. Good morning, Chloe. Good morning, Sarah. Natasha. Yes. All around us. Good morning, Marie. Let your wonder tap you deep inside. Coming from the USA. Yes. Good morning, Nina. Good morning, Lizzie. 6 a.m. Okay, I see you, Shirley. Come on together. Let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love know. Claire Chadwick, good morning. It's the season. Come on, new moon in Scorpio. Like a bird on the wing, and let your love fly to all living things. Let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean, because it's the season. Good morning, Lauren. Oh, let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love grow. And then you'll know what I mean. A little bit sweated out this morning. I wouldn't say it's glowing, I'd say it's sweat. Okay, Bellamy boys. Wait till you see the tash on these guys. I mean, you got to have some love with that tosh. Maybe that's why I'm sweating. I'm in accolade to the Toshingtons of the Bellamy brothers. Woo! Let your love fly. Let your love fly. Let your love fly. Do you hear what I'm saying, mofos? Okay, good morning. You know, I'm going to ask you all a question right now, as we join together in sacred ceremony with the Bellamy brothers on the background. The mantra for every week and all the weeks of our lives. Why I've turned into some kind of American Deep West preacher, I'm not sure. But you know what I'm about to say, don't you? What a fucking week. Yeah. And this time, I want to see every single one of you that is in this challenge saying, what a fucking week. Give it to me in the chat. Because for once we can say, what a fucking week, with a smile on our faces. Oh my gosh. Give me some hearts, give me some emojis on the chat as to what emoji explains this week so far for you. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it? Bethany, hello. Yes, what a fucking week. Nina, F to the hooking. Oh yeah. It has been immense, Lizzie. It really has. And Catherine Ducey, yes. So the Sunday service is always me sharing what is ahead for the week in terms of the astrology. And I get very present to the astrology before I come on, so that I can channel through whatever wants to come through. And today is no different. However, I want to presence us to the week that we have just lived through, and really kind of get us really present, because today is the new moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio is death, it's transformation, it's the occult, it's all of those parts of the world and the living things that are dying, that are distant, that are transient. It's the other realms. It's where witches live and goblins and ghouls, but it's also where the fae and the mers live. It's also where any other realm can be accessed through Scorpio. And Scorpio is the 8th house, traditionally. And the 8th house comes after the 7th of partnership. So in the other, we see ourselves. But the 8th house allows us to become the new version of ourselves through the realizations that we have gained in partnership, through the mirrors that we have found in community, through the insights we have gained in each other's eyes. And I cannot believe, I'm sure some of you will feel this with me, that it has only been a week since the last Sunday service. It's only been a week since I sat in front of you and said, I feel like I want to be generous and give. I want to create this challenge, I want to give what I know in my heart to people. And thus was born the Source Yourself to Success Challenge, which has had so many comedy moments, but so many incredibly touching moments too. And as you know, if you're in the challenge as well, you know that I'm in ceremony at the moment. And part of ceremony is to be completely contained within the ceremony itself. And I wanted to create a both and. I wanted to create for me and for you and for everyone, and to show that it's possible, that we can be in our commitments and also honour ourselves if we come from a place of deep love and deep connection and understanding. And this live right now is an absolute demonstration of that. I know I feel different. I know you will be feeling me differently. And yet, this is my vulnerability and my openness for you to see that connection, to see your transformation through my eyes, through my reflection for you. So whether you were part of the challenge or not, this week had given us the opportunity with the Jupiter and Pluto conjunction to really get deep and look at what matters to us, what really matters. And you're welcome, Lucielle. It's as much for me as it is for you. Thank you. So we got the opportunity to really look inside ourselves. And with that Sun and Neptune trine that I discussed last week, we got the opportunity as well to see what illusions are running our lives. What illusions are we subscribing to keep ourselves safe? And, you know, they could go as far out as the illusion of government, for example, or world politics, or it could be just the illusion of the Maya in your mind, the things that you say to yourself to prohibit you growing. And we got an opportunity last week to see those illusions for what they were and to love them and to gracefully allow them to dismantle to dissolve and to disappear. And that doesn't happen lightly. It means we have to confront ourselves. We have to confront the parts of ourselves that we've invested in, we've put a lot of value in. And when something is valuable to us, it's not easy for us to let it go. And that's what this new moon is inviting us to do. It's inviting us to look at the Maya of the value we're placing on things, the illusion of the value, the acetate in front of the mirror. This is something that's been coming to me deeply, deeply, deeply this week. When we look in the mirror, it's like there are a number of acetates in front of the mirror, and we draw on what it is that we want the mirror to look like. We nip and tuck a bit of ourselves, our behaviour, what we look like, how we believe we're showing up. And we place them on the mirror, and we get so used to looking at ourselves through those acetates that we believe that's the mirror. We forget they're there. We forget that we've created that distortion to suit what we believe the world should look like. Trying to control the outside rather than going in and removing the acetate and looking at ourselves in plain sight and feeling the emotion of what it feels like, the dissonance between what we see in the mirror and what we want to see in the mirror. And this week is no different. It's still an intense week of shift and change. Pluto and Jupiter are still together. They're still moving through Capricorn. But this new moon in Scorpio gives us an opportunity to rebirth from the 7th house. We come out of partnership, out of communication with the other, out of that seesaw balancing. Libra is what rules the 7th house of partnership. And we come out and we come into knowing ourselves. We come into another awakening. Many of you have reported this week having like a deeper sense of awakening, you know, and I feel honoured to be part of that facilitation for that and to create a container for that. That fills me up. That's part of my life purpose. That fills me up. It's beautiful. And it also helps facilitate my next part of growth too. We're all in this together. We all are holding hands, just walking each other home. And so this moon gets to trine that Neptune as well. So whereas at the beginning of the week we had the ego, the sun, the self, who I am, trining Neptune, and we got to see the illusions of who it is we're trying to create ourselves to be so that we feel okay inside. Now the moon gets to trine Neptune. And the moon is our emotions, it's our inner world. It's the place that we have the feelings. It's the place that we connect with spirit. We connect with something that's greater than us, that brings life through us. And so we get to connect now to Maya. We get to not see it as an illusion, but as a gift. We get that emotional connection now to spirit. We get to open our hearts to a place where we let the love flow. We let Neptune flow in, just like a river, just like a mountain stream, just like the ocean, just like the wind underneath a bird's wing. We are nature. We are it. We don't have to go out in it to find ourselves. We are it. And as our emotions are this Scorpio, this 8th house of deep energy inside of ourselves, asks for transformation. It also asks us to step off the cliff when we can't see where the next step is. And trust just like that bird, that the wind will take us up. We won't fall. And this is why community is so important. This is why the 7th house has to come before the 8th. Because as we step out, as we move out into the unknown, we need support. We need the connections we made in the 7th house. We need the connections of community. We need to feel safe. We need to feel like we can trust those around us, that what if it fails, will you catch me? Will you be there to help me if I have to do this all again? So connection is so important. And it's funny because during our week so far, we've been sourcing disconnection, and it's been coming through loud and clear. Connection, 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 connection. And I'll let you in on a secret, which I don't think is that much of a secret actually. You know, I basically made this challenge up last Sunday in front of you. But it wasn't me. It was something that was coming through me. And as we were working together all week, the next day was unfolding inside of me. As I saw you show up for yourself, as I saw you reaching out to each other, as I saw you facilitating this web of community, of support, of being vulnerable in front of people that you've never met, in front of some people that you have, in front of an audience, moving out of comfort zones, stretching yourself little by little every day. Some of you a fucking lot, a real lot, and really reaping the rewards from that. Everything just kept coming up and through me, and I know it's the same with you too, that it was coming up and through you, and the next step was becoming clear as you took the next step. The clarity is in the action. The clarity is not out ahead of you. We wait so fucking often to see in front of us before we take the step, but many times the step isn't clear until we take it. Until we're actually in that space and we get to navigate and go, oh, okay, I don't like it here, I'm going to take the step that way. Or, oh, I do like it here, I'm going to go deeper into this. And we won't do that without community, because we're safe on our own. So many of you this week saw the prices that you have to pay to actually get out of your own fucking way. You know, you super need to get out of your own way. And group work is the best way, because we all hold each other accountable. That, you know, no man or woman is an island, but there is nowhere to hide either. And it's not, you know, we're going to seek you out. It's more about come all of us. No one's left behind. We all get to grow. We all get to expand. We all get to awaken deeper. We all get to be together, and we all get to feel compassion for those that are not quite in the space where we are, or compassion for ourselves when we see other people being maybe more evolved than we think we are. Because we're all in our own journey, but we're all in a collective journey too. So as we go through this week, we are now on our direction towards the Gemini eclipse. The next full moon is in Gemini, and it is a powerful eclipse. It's the first eclipse on these north and south nodes that have moved into the collective Gemini point. And Gemini is the north node. Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury is still in Scorpio. And on Tuesday, Mercury will oppose Uranus. I can never go past that name without saying it. Mercury is going to oppose Uranus. Would you like that? Always been an idiot, sorry. So, essentially, Uranus is the same as Mercury. They're just two different octaves of each other, like Neptune and Venus. Mercury is how we communicate here on Earth. It's our mind, it's our words, our thoughts, the way that we speak, the media, social media, etc. But Uranus is that higher octave. It's communication celestially. It's mass awakening. It's the cosmic unconscious communication. It's collective. So we find that when these two oppose each other and Earth comes in between, we're going to have these shocks, surprises and awakenings from that grand cosmic unconsciousness, and then deep into our own communication. And the more you work on your own awakening, the more bountiful these surprises are. It's incredible, because a lot of astrologers will say, oh my God, it's going to be real big shocking and surprise, and watch out for accidents and things like this. And that's possible. Those things are true. But the more we work on our own heart open space, the more we're in resonance with Uranus energy, the more we're in resonance with the collective unconscious, the more we're in resonance with cosmic intelligence. And therefore the shocks and surprises are not really shocks and surprises. They're actually more like an ability to communicate the cosmic consciousness. And that is a powerful place to be. And if you were in this challenge, you will understand. In fact, I shall put out a question to you all now. Where does the future lie? One word, or maybe two. Where does the future lie? Aidan, Lizzie, Louise, Kate. Where does the future lie? Catherine, Claire. Where does the future lie? Where does the future lie? Because when we know, yes, Chloe Porter, in language. The future lies in language. There is nothing on this planet that has come about that hasn't come about through language. Everything we name is through language. Everything we describe is through language. And so Uranus on Tuesday with Mercury is going to give us an insight into language. And if you've been in the challenge, you know how powerful this is, because we've used it this week and it has shifted so many of you. Give me a boom. Give me like a boom signal if you know exactly what I'm talking about. That once we started using different language, we shifted. We shifted so fast. So this is a powerful week. Again, a softer week, but we are going to be in between spaces. So we've got the new moon in Scorpio asking us to dismantle, dissolve, and merge into the chrysalis. You know, go into that mush a little bit. Go into that mush like the caterpillar. Caterpillar. And the new moon, the full moon in Gemini is going to give us an opportunity to look at where we are going forward on the North Node of Destiny. Where is our collective conscious moving? So we have this couple of weeks now where the collective destiny of this planet is in our hearts. As we open our hearts, as we allow ourselves to go willingly into transformation, we get to see where we have been valuing things that are now valueless. It doesn't mean that they weren't valuable. It doesn't mean that we can't grieve them. It doesn't mean that we can't still love them. But where we are going, we do not require that value anymore. So this week you get to honour your past. You get to honour those relationships. You get to honour those people, places, events in your life that have created who you are today. And you get to sail them down the river. You get to put them in like a little paper boat and sail them down the stream. And thank them and honour them like kings and queens in your life. Give them the send-off they require, so that you can feel like you are no longer holding on to the guilt, the shame, the blame, the have to, the should I shouldn't, all of that energy. Really honour it. Write it down, make a paper boat if you have to, and send it off. Yes, sail away, sail away, sail away. Absolutely, Shirley. And so as it sails away, we prepare ourselves for the next ceremony, and ceremony is always happening. We just forget. We take ourselves into ceremony like I'm doing now. But we forget that life is a ceremony. Life is a ceremony. And it's here to be celebrated. And just like ceremony, there are different parts. There are parts when we are singing. There are parts when we are kneeling. There are parts when we are clapping. And there are parts when we are crying. But the whole thing together is a ceremony. And when this full moon occurs, we will be in very different energetic space. If we can hear the calling, if we can look at what is now valueless in the new age, toxic relationships, they come from inside. And if you've worked with me in the coven and here anyway, you'll know my favourite is we feel it first. And be more specific. I feel it first. So when I judge myself. When I'm angry in myself first. When I'm sad in myself first. When I'm upset with someone, I'm upset first. And when I'm in love first. And I know which one I prefer to choose. I prefer to choose to be in love. And if the sacrifice is that I get to love everybody else too, because I feel it first, then I think I'm quite happy with that one. Because I don't want to feel anger. I don't want to feel shame. I don't want to feel blame. And if I'm pointing the finger outside, then that's what I'm feeling. And it's the same with you. So this is a deep, beautiful time of soft ceremony with yourself. You can feel that's where I am in this space at the moment. My shamans are incredible and they hold me so well in such a beautiful, calm, loving space. And they're also hilarious, just like me. And one of the things we discussed this morning, which I think is so beautiful for you and for I, is we talked about the ego. And I said, I just want to, I love doing the work that I'm doing. And I said, is it my ego? My ego wants to create more and be more and do more. And so beautifully, Don Tomino, my incredible shaman, said, the ego is the driver for the spirit. We've just got it all wrong. We use it to drive in on ourselves and in on others. When actually, when our hearts are open, our ego will take us to where the heart can shine, because it's an evolutionary tool. We've just used it for the wrong thing. It's like using a hammer to try and saw a piece of wood. Open your heart. Open your heart to spirit and you'll be guided. Strategy is brilliant. Strategy is the ego. But the heart is what shines. So allow your heart to shine and allow your ego to drive it forward to be seen rather than pull it back to be diminished, dismantled, diminished, disappeared, dissolved, discredited. So that's where I am today. That's where I feel the energy of Scorpio today. I'm excited as I feel everyone opening and softening with me and looking out that we can see the world as bad. We can see people as bad. But we're just seeing ourselves. So open your hearts and see the good in everyone. Let your love flow like a mountain stream. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to choose a card and then we're all going to sing and dance. Just like ceremony. Don sounds like a Don. He's a Don man. And he's also got a Donista as well. Donista and Don, yes. Donna Jessica, yeah. And Maestro Tomino, They're so cool. So cool. So let's see what's coming out. Oh. Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Isn't she beautiful? Ooh, she's got a halo, halo. So, Earth connection. Be her. Love her. She loves us all. We all love each other. We just get to see it. We just get to open our hearts and have the eyes of Source see through our hearts and use our ego to drive us so that we can be brighter, we can be more visible, we can touch more hearts. And I am so excited to be continuing this journey with you all. As I said, there will be a video in the Source Yourself to Success tomorrow from me. And then I will come in the afternoon or the evening. And then on Tuesday we have our final Zoom call, which is perfect because it's in alignment with Uranus and Mercury. See, I couldn't have made this up if I tried. That's what happens when you allow spirit to move you. Wonderful things happen. Your heart opens and the hearts of everybody else opens too. So with that, should we go back to Toshi's? Should we go back to Mr. Toshington? Are you ready? Who's singing? Who's singing with me? There's a reason for the sunshine sky. What's landed with you today? Please share with me what's landed with you today. All around us. I'd really love it if you can help my light shine. And I'm going to pop the YouTube link in here. And I'd really love it if you could share it for me. I would really love that. Really, really love that. So much love. Let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love grow. Come on, everybody sing. It's the season. Woo! Let your love fly like a hawk on the wing, and let your love blind you to all living things. 'Cause I know what I mean. That's the reason. What's landed with you? Share with me. The warm, sweet nights. What's been your insights this week? What landed with you here today? Love you too, Natasha. Take a boat and sail them away, Irene. Yes. Beautiful energy. Thank you, Kate. Beautiful energy back. I loved your dancing, your light language dancing. Yes, Lucielle. Catherine, you needed to hear this today. Ego can drive forward the heart's desires. Yes. Don Tomino. Like a mountain stream, and let your love flow to all living things. Yes. This week has been amazing. Yes, it has, Irene. So share, spot on. Stretching with the siblings even more. Yes, Carol. Carol, your song was precious. So precious. Literally dancing and curling my hair at the same time. Yes, Chloe. Shirley dancing. Let the ego be the driver once you're in the heart. Yes. Yes, Claire. There's a reason for this week. You were so brave. I love your share. So love your share. What's landing is connection and not in the way your tenant has been telling you. Yes. Let your love fly like a hawk on the wing. We have to say hi to Rainbow Hawk as well. You know my teacher. I love her. He's amazing. He really is. Our ego will take us where our heart can shine. Yes, it will. Love, love, love. Oh my gosh, I don't want it to end. So much love to all of you. So much love. I absolutely love seeing all your comments, the illusions of what's prohibiting us from growing. Wow. Stretching and building my boat, ready to sail away. Yes. Love this, singing along on a Sunday morning. I'm going to pop it in the group so you can all sing along all day. And remember, if you are in the stretch group, if you are in the challenge, support each other with your creativity. Reach out. Remember the one-to-one connections that you are being stretched to connect to. You get to create from your heart and let your ego help your heart shine like it was meant to. So much love. Mwah.